If you're coming here for the first time, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and check some other videos that I have done. If you're a returning subscriber, of course, drop me a comment. Let me know how this week was going. And also, if you'd like me to do daily uploads, let me know. If you'd like me to do daily uploads or share some of the strategies, let me know. Let's get to, let's say, 100 comments. If we can get to 100 comments, then I'm going to do that. 100 comments and 300 likes. I mean, there's a lot of people on this channel. Let's get to that, and then I'll be able to drop that. So looking at NAS, let me just delete this zone. It finally broke out of the range that we're referring to, we're looking at, okay? So it finally broke out of this whole area where it was stuck for the past couple of weeks. It was stuck here, but today we've seen it breaking out of that particular structure right there. So what we're most likely to see in this case, or what we can actually do in this case, is to actually do what? Either wait for a pullback in order to find buys or to open buy opportunity. We can actually wait for a pullback to this broken structure and actually look for opportunities to buy from there. That's another one. But if you want to sell this particular guy, you need to establish areas where you can sell. And one of those areas, I believe it's gonna be this particular guy right here. Okay, that particular guy right here. That's the key level of resistance where I think most sellers are going to actually look for opportunities to sell. Okay, there's a strategy that is based on this range and the move up, which will allow us, could possibly allow us to find short-term opportunities to sell back down to this previous range. Okay, that's another thing that we could look at. All right. So, however, for those who want to trend trade this thing, you need to establish where a trend is actually forming. You're not just gonna dive anyhow. You need to look at the trend, which is in this case it's a very steep trend. If you move it, let's see if I can move it. If I move it like that, that's just gonna be very steep trend. Can you see that? And we are far away from that trend line. Okay, another person could argue or saying Vindi, mine is a little bit less steeper, still okay. Even that one still okay, as long as you have used 2 verified points to actually draw that. Okay, so these 2 points are actually giving us that. However, we have this previous area of resistance. Okay, now support, because we are above it. So it's either you sell up there or you wait for price to come down here and buy, targeting that particular portion. Okay, but for now, if your strategy is not showing you anything as a sell, or there's no candlestick pattern or whatever that you're looking at, in this case there's a nice pin bar. As I record this video, there's a nice pin bar, but the problem with it is that it's not forming on structure, because the key structure that we're looking for is actually that one above. Unless if you were to take a scalp trade somewhere looking for minor areas of support and resistance, which will be embedded around this particular portion, right? That will do, but it's very risky because we're not trading against, or rather around, the major key areas of support or resistance. Okay, around this I believe there's like minor structures where we could potentially see price coming back down very fast. However, now that we're out of this particular range, I'll be looking to buy this particular thing around this point, just after a correction. So if you are a trend trader, wait for a pullback nicely back to this particular area and then look for opportunities to buy. It's simple as that. Another person told me that it looks simple when I'm doing it here, but it's not that simple. No, it is simple if you know what you are doing. If you know when to buy and where to buy, it is that simple. Just follow your system, follow your strategy. I'm not gonna say, hey, there's a secret, there's what. No, it's all in your head, it's all in your mind. Okay, you know, you should know by now. If you're a returning subscriber, you should know by now that it's all in your head. You just have to work a little bit harder. Okay, you don't have to do a whole lot of things and, you know, buy robots or buy in this course. I'm gonna repeat, if you work hard, you'll most likely be able to get away with this. But if you want to see what Vindy does on the other side, go ahead and sign up for that. But I'm not saying sign up, join. Unfortunately, I'm not one of those people is gonna tell you join the winning team, join the winning team. No, no, work hard, work hard, work hard. That's all you have to do. You can join, but if you still don't follow the rules, or work as hard as you can, your results are still going to be a little bit sketchy. So make sure that you work hard. You don't have to join anything or buy any expensive thing. Okay, otherwise, that's just my view. There isn't much that I can say for now, but I would like to look for opportunities to buy back up from here. Should it go up straight to that area up there, this is my key area where I'm going to be looking for opportunities to sell on that specific zone. So now it's just in the middle, almost in the middle of that particular area. It's either you buy here, which is you buy low. For those who are new, you want to buy low or buy cheap. Okay, and then you want to sell when something is expensive. Okay, so you can see this is going to be much higher price around that, but down here it's going to be much lower price. So you want to make sure that you buy cheap around 11,600, somewhere around that area. That's where you could buy. And then when it goes up, 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 when you get there, you could potentially check your profits and all. But remember that there is a lot of news events. There is a lot of news events that are also affecting the stock market. Okay, so be careful of that. Make sure that when you take a trade, place a stop loss. Don't just say, oh, it's gonna go in my favor. Oh, the wara wara wara, all that nonsense. Make sure that you are safe. Okay, make sure that you are safe. All right. So yesterday, yes, we did have a sell on this particular guy. It went down just before the target. It turned just before the take profit. It turned yesterday, and it went back up to hit a stop loss. For those who were trailing it nicely, they might have gotten away with some profits. But as for me, I wasn't trailing that one, so I lost just 2% of my account. Just 2%, not the whole thing, not blowing, just 2%. That is the key. The key element is actually to lose a small fractal, or rather a small portion of your account, not the entire account. Okay, so this is what we are seeing. Even on daily, it's the same. You can see on daily here, we're not too far away from that particular zone, and we're actually forming a very nice very nice price action structure that I like. If you took my course before, you will know that I love this particular structure, and somewhere around that, we're most likely to see some sort of a reversal thing going on. Okay, most likely to see that particular chart is back to the downside. That's gonna be super, super, super cool. And if you go to the weekly, you can see that the weekly is extremely bullish, and it's most likely to reach that area. I believe we're gonna hit 12,000 next week. I believe we're going to hit 12,000 next week, which is not too far away, just a little bit above that particular zone. So as soon as we hit that, that will be super, 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 super nice, just above that particular zone. And 12,000, it's a round number, it's a psychological level. Okay, so we're most likely to see maybe some smaller pressure, sell pressure to the downside, and a correction afterwards. That's gonna be super, super, super cool if you can find it. So just that. On weekly, nothing much. We've seen last week was a bit confused, and I spoke about this, spoke about that, spoke about that. Okay, so you can see that now all stops that were hidden just above that pin bar have been wiped, and price closed above it, actually closed above that range that we spoke about. So this is the next key area where we are going to actually look for opportunities, or down back to this range as soon as it corrects, where buyers are going to be a little bit lower. That's where we are going to look for these opportunities. Otherwise, sharp sharp.